Like, here's my thing about all this, right? I'm gonna give you my little 2 cents real quick before we even get into this whole footage thing. So I did catch a little bit of CM Punk's interview with Ariel Helwani, and my whole thing is CM Punk bringing it up. He was asked questions. Okay, that makes sense for him to come about what his thoughts were on the situation and whatnot. But CM Punk bringing it back up, like he was asked questions, he was just answering it. Should he have went into grave detail about Jack Perry cursing people out and what? No, I don't think he should have gotten that deep into it. He could have easily glanced over it, but he decided to go into it. Now, AEW / Tony Khan could have done the professional and mature thing, which would be to leave it alone. At this point, CM Punk don't work for y'all anymore. You already fired him, and he works for the rival company. So what? Fire back at him for what? Tony Khan probably at best could have went on Twitter and had a little meltdown like he does every time this shit happens. But he decided not to. He decided to go a different route. Instead, what he's doing, they're going to air footage, I guess the CCTV of the fight between Jack Perry and CM Punk from AEW All In last August. And my thing is, I had many thoughts on CM Punk's release. You guys know this. You guys have been following me for a while. You guys know I thought CM Punk deserved to get fired. You know what I mean? The way he was acting. I think CM Punk earned his pink slip. And I stand by that. Even after the interview that I saw with CM Punk, I stand by that. Does it change the perspective of how I see things? A little bit, yeah. But does it change the fact that CM Punk deserved to get fired? Absolutely not. I still will stand on the fact that even though I love CM Punk, that's my all-time favorite wrestler, that's my GOAT. I'm happy that he's back in WWE. I can't wait to see him return, but I will stand on the fact that, you know what I mean, you can't go around fucking punching your coworkers and choking them out and shit just because you don't like the way they talk to you. So, you know what I mean? Like, he deserved to get fired. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Some people don't like that. That's cool, but I think he deserved it. CM Punk said what he had to say. AEW again / Tony Khan could have just ignored it, but instead they're going to air the fight between himself and Jack Perry from August. And I think it is a very petty move. And I understand CM Punk has something to say about it. And, you know, this is their way of fighting back. But it's like, why now are you showing this footage? You know what I mean? Like, back in August or back in September, when Tony Khan was talking about how he felt his life was threatened, and at the height of all of this, Tony Khan could have showed the footage. He could have, because he's showing it now, so you could have probably showed this footage back then. But he decided not to. And I heard that, he's been thinking about showing it for a while. It don't matter, but the point is, you're showing it now. You're showing it now, and it's like, the only reason you're showing it right now is retaliation. You're retaliating and you're reacting to the fact that CM Punk did not have very nice things to say about you. And I get it. If someone has something nice to say about me, I'm going to have some feelings about it. I might even say something about it. But to go months back to something that happened in my company that I was talking about how I was scared for my life and that, like, you're showing that now. And they're going to say, it's not because this and that. It's playing into the Young Bucks and the FTR storyline. Like, cut the bullshit. We know you're showing this because you're upset about what CM Punk said about you and your company. That's why you're showing it. You can paint it up and spray it with the Young Bucks versus FTR, and it's going into the storyline. But we all see what's going on here. And at the end of the day, if this was like a beef between CM Punk and Jack Perry just so happened to have the footage and he's showing it and he got fired because of it, you know what? Jack Perry, he done got punched in the face and shit. You know what? I get it. It's still petty, but I get it. But Tony Khan, you the fucking boss, bro. You supposed to be above that shit. Tony Khan is supposed to be above that shit. He already dealt with it. He already fired him. So you going on to show the footage 8 months later because CM Punk did have some nice things to say about you on a podcast. It just looks very Bush League, and it looks like you're just insecure and petty. Like, it's really hard. It's really hard sometimes to look at Tony Khan and be like, this guy's the leader. Like, and I don't even like saying that on here or coming on here and talk about Tony Khan or anything. Like, but it's like, bro, it looks so immature and it looks Bush League. Like, I'm not saying that you don't have the right to tell your side of the story. because obviously Tony Khan did tell us that story. He said that, he felt like his life was threatened, and he felt like, I don't feel like this is good for my company. I understand that, and I was on Tony Khan's side in the very beginning. Y'all saw me do my videos. I was on the side of Tony Khan and AEW when it came to firing CM Punk, because at that point in time, CM Punk was in the wrong. I thought he was in the wrong. But now it's 8 months later, and you out here doing this for what? Like, what reason do you have to show this now? And don't get me wrong, my curiosity's peaked. I'm going to watch it no matter what. Because I did all this talking, I did all these reviews and whatnot, and I'm a content creator, so yeah, I'm going to fucking watch it. I ain't going to sit and be like, oh, I'm not going to watch it, because, no, I'm going to fucking watch that shit, bro. And you going to watch that shit, too. That's why you here. Everybody's going to want to see what happened. That's why we're here. We want to see what really, and as I'm saying, it's they're advertising it on Dynamite right now. We want to see what happened. I want to see what really went down. Is it going to change my perspective on CM Punk? Like, currently, probably not, because it happened in the past. CM Punk's in WWE. If what CM Punk said doesn't align with what we see, then we know that CM Punk is out here fabricating a story, and it starts to make me look at CM Punk like, can I really trust what you say? That's the only thing that will change about my perspective of CM Punk. If what you said don't align with what I see, then I don't know if I can always believe what you say anymore. That's how I'm going to, that's what the only thing that will come out of this for me is whether I should fully believe what CM Punk says. That's what will come out of this for me. Does it make me hate CM Punk? No, because it already fucking happened. It already fucking happened, and he already got fired. So it's not going to make me hate CM Punk. It's not going to make me think, and like I said, the only thing it will do is maybe like kind of look at him kind of funny, like, but this isn't what you told us happened. So that looks like you lied a little bit. That's the only thing that's going to come out of this for me. Does AEW benefit? Of course they do. They get the viewership. They get you and me. I'm watching this shit right now because I'll keep it a stack with y'all. I will keep it a stack with y'all. If this was not happening, I probably would not be watching Dynamite this week. I'm so serious. I have not watched AEW Dynamite in like months now, bro. I am not. And it's not like I hate AEW, nothing. Like I do still like AEW, but they haven't been doing shit that's really been interesting to me. So I haven't had a reason to really tap in and watch it these last few weeks. But when I saw this, I said, oh, well, my curiosity's peaked because I do want to see what happens, so I'll watch. But outside of that, I didn't really care that much about this show. Like they ain't doing nothing for me right now. It isn't. And if they start doing good, then I'll go back to watching it weekly. But as of right now, I don't really care to watch AEW. So again, if this was not happening, I probably would not be doing this stream right now. I will be editing a WrestleMania vlog that I'm working on right now. I will be editing some WrestleMania videos. But right now I'm watching this because this is pretty big news for the wrestling industry, and I'm in it. So here we go. But the ramifications that cringe, not gonna lie, high key, yeah. Take down our biggest show of all time, but damn it, we're lucky that it didn't. With that being said, Matthew, let's roll the tape. All right, here we go. We got the footage. I see Jack Perry. There's no audio. CM Punk's walking back there. He walks up to Jack. Jack turned his back. They're face to face right now. No, this is real footage. This is real footage. They're definitely talking. We can't hear anything. There's no audio. CM Punk just turned around. Can't tell if if like Jack is saying anything aggressive or not. Well, wait, nope. Okay, yeah, they're fighting, and CM Punk threw the punch. He's trying to choke him out. Threw another punch. Oh, and okay, that's where he lands at Tony Khan. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, there you have it. That
wow.
wasn't the worst part about this entire incident. Not even close. For me, the worst part about this whole thing is creating a wrestling show.
All right, well, I don't really care about that anymore. Okay, so we just watched the footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry. CM Punk obviously, they were talking. There's no audio, so we don't know what they were talking about. CM Punk looked like he punched him or pie faced him, and then went for a guillotine and locked him in. They got separated, and then CM Punk looked to go lunge at Tony Khan, whoever was behind the desk, and that was the extent of it. And listen, it's I guess in a way it's cool to have finally seen what happened and finally to have known what happened. Does this change much of anything as far as like how this all went down? Not really. It doesn't really change too much. We just now know what happened visually, and firsthand we know what happened and how it went down. Tony Khan stated yesterday that the aim of airing the backstage footage from AEW All In 2023 between Punk and Perry was to drive interest for Dynamite and Dynasty. Was that achieved? It did drive some interest in Dynamite, but not because of Dynamite itself, just for the segment. Has it driven interest in the pay-per-view itself? No. And you want to know why? Because CM Punk works for the other company. CM Punk doesn't work for AEW anymore. So what interest does this really drive for your product? This was just a temporary ratings boost at the end of the day. The ratings will get boosted this week because people saw the footage. And then anyone who did not really care about AEW, what's going on right now, they are not going to watch next week. You want to know why? Because CM Punk ain't going to be there next week. Jack Perry may not have to be there next week. So you just showed this fight between two men who currently don't work for AEW. Like, what interest does this drive in your product overall? It doesn't. It does not drive any, for me, it doesn't drive any interest in me to watch AEW because none of the two people you showed me actually are actively in AEW right now. None of the two people you showed me are actively in AEW. So what interest would I have in the pay-per-view? And even Jack Perry, is the guy who actually still works for AEW, he got fucking punched out and bitched out in that segment. Why would I be interested in seeing what Jack Perry has to do? Unless you're turning a babyface, and what a bad babyface to turn, why would I care? The only person I really would care about is CM Punk, and he don't work for your company. So, did it drive interest in Dynamite? Yeah. For this week. Did it drive our interest in Dynamite next week? Not really. Did it drive interest in Dynasty? Not really. I'm still on the fences about Dynasty. This didn't make me, like, want to buy the show. If that was the goal, it didn't achieve anything other than me asking, why did you air this in the first place? Why show it now? If y'all would have showed this months ago, it would have made sense because you're trying to fight back and prove your point. But showing it 8 months later is just like, why? Why are you showing it? I not forgot about it because you can't forget about it. But I moved on. Everyone done moved on the greener pastures and shit. But you showing it now because y'all petty about what CM Punk said on a podcast? The only thing they achieved tonight was having fans ask questions, having fans question the legitimacy of Tony Khan as the owner. Because as the owner, you showing this 8 months after the fact just comes across as petty, immature, insecure, and like you just wanted to do it out of retaliation. And I ask, why? Why now? And if your answer was to drive interest, well, congratulations. You drove interest for this week alone. Let's see how you do interest next week without CM Punk and Jack Perry on your show.